The Cretan Empire had perfected negotiation over 6 millennia. Threaten, display overwhelming force, accept surrender, incorporate new territory. They'd absorbed 47 species using this exact formula. When their armada arrived at Earth's borders, Emperor Zaxith expected the usual process. People of Earth, his hologram broadcast across every human channel. You face the Cretan Empire, 7,000 worlds, 10,000 warships, uncountable legions. Surrender now. You will be given autonomy within our system. Limited self-governance. Reasonable taxes. Refuse, and we will demonstrate why resistance is futile. Earth's response came from someone called a Secretary General. No, just that. One word. Zaxith's diplomatic corps waited for the counteroffer, the plea for terms, the desperate negotiation for better conditions. That's how civilized species operated. Instead, humanity began evacuating their border colonies. Curious, Zaxith mused. They're pulling back. Perhaps they're preparing to surrender? His intelligence minister examined the data. My emperor, they're not retreating to defensive positions. They're clearing the battle space. What? Every civilian, every non-military asset within 20 light years of our fleet, they're evacuating them all. It's as if the minister's breathing stalks quivered. It's as if they're preparing the area for something they don't want their own people to see. The Cretan fleet advanced, confident. They outnumbered humanity's defensive fleet 8-1. The humans opened fire at extreme range. No hails, no warnings, no attempts at communication. Just immediate, overwhelming violence. The first wave was conventional. Missiles, railguns, plasma torpedoes. Expected. The Cretan shields held. Then humanity deployed weapons the Cretans had never seen. Kinetic penetrators traveling at 0.9 light speed. Telephone pole-sized tungsten rods that hit with the force of nuclear weapons. Swarm missiles that reformed after being destroyed. Drone fighters with quantum-encrypted coordination that made them immune to hacking. And then the thing that made Emperor Zaxith's blood freeze. Humans began ramming their own ships into his. Not as a last resort. As a tactic, automated vessels, loaded with antimatter, deliberately crashed into Cretan dreadnoughts. Human captains calculated the trade, one destroyer for one battleship, and made it without hesitation. They're insane. Zaxith's War Master gasped as another human ship sacrificed itself to take down a Cretan carrier. They're destroying their own fleet. No, the intelligence minister whispered. They're destroying ours. The math was simple and horrifying. Humanity had fewer ships, but they were willing to trade 1 for 1, even 2 for 1. And they'd evacuated their civilians specifically so they could fight without restraint. In 4 hours, the Cretan armada lost 30% of its strength. Zaxith called for retreat, for negotiation, for anything. Earth's response was a single transmission from someone identified as Fleet Admiral Chun. You came to our home with threats. You expected negotiation. Here's what you need to understand about humanity. We spent 10,000 years fighting each other. World wars, nuclear weapons, extinction-level conflicts. We nearly destroyed ourselves dozens of times. We know what total war looks like. The transmission showed the Admiral's face, cold, utterly without mercy. You wanted to demonstrate why resistance is futile. Let us demonstrate why threatening Earth is fatal. We're not here to negotiate terms. We're here to teach you what happens when you mistake our restraint for weakness. Another wave of human ships appeared via FTL. Not warship. We don't take territory, Chen continued. We don't accept vassalage. We don't negotiate with threats. We annihilate them so completely that the next empire thinks twice. The surviving Cretan ships fled. Less than half made it home. Emperor Zaxith's formal statement to the Galactic Assembly was brief. Earth is to be considered off-limits. They do not negotiate. Approach at your own extinction. And in the human fleet, Admiral Chun updated humanity's first contact protocols with a single addendum. Diplomacy is preferred. Negotiation is welcome. Threats are met with total war. No exceptions. The galaxy had learned something about the species that almost destroyed itself multiple times. Restraint was a choice, not a limitation. And they really shouldn't push humans to unchoose it.